didn't start until like mid 2017.
Mid 2017. All right, guys, right now we are live on Paranormal on Air. If you missed it, you're going to have to go back and catch the show right now. They were telling the history of Sean and Nicole, telling us their history of how they got into the world of the paranormal, and also how it all came to be, with it being said as far as ITC, which is a spirit box communication. Hey Kim, can you go ahead and start sending out the links for that? And just before we get started real quick, I have to send a shout out to my sponsors, one of which being Paranologies. Shout out to Jeremy Jones, Shadow Mafia Paranormal, and also Las Vegas Oddities. Go into the shop, check out the Haunted Vintage collection, and also if you mention Rocky, they will give you a good deal of 20% off. So, are we live right now, Kim? We are live. Can you see me? Can you see us on Paranormal on Air?
Yep.
Are we good?
All of us.
All of us? Yeah, all right. And I've been out for, it's been a hectic week for myself. I've been almost died twice, and Sean was about to almost communicate with me on the spirit box, but it's all right. I'm still here. And it's been insane. It's been an insane week, and we are I don't even know where to start with that, but anyway, I'm fine. I'm doing great. I'm 110%, probably even more than that. Actually, I haven't drank for like 4 days.
You know it's bad if you hadn't had a drink.
I haven't drank for 4 days, and but no, it's taking a toll on me. I ain't gonna lie, it's taking a little toll on me. I'm still feeling the urge a little bit, but it's okay. So back to the ghost stories. Okay, so you guys got started both on from different points of view, from different aspects of searching, or what do I like to call it, like different backgrounds. Yeah. So Steve Huff, when he invented the portal ITC, it was an amazing thing that came out, because all we had prior to that, I remember I would work on hacked Radio Shack radios, and you were mentioning that, Sean. Did you only have the PSB-7? And for those that don't understand what that is, this is a radio that is used to communicate with spirits through rapid station movement, like integrated at a rapid rate to where we believe spirits could come through and communicate. So did like you said, the PSB-7, did you have any type of hacked radios?
I started off with the PSB-7, then eventually, as time went by, I then got the hacked radio, my Memorex to Extreme, and then my most recent hack radio I got is the Jensen hack radio.
How do you like that Jensen? Is that the SAB-55?
1 second.
I believe it is.
The little yellow one?
It's like a gold. The gold one.
The 55, yeah, that's the 55. That's, yeah.
Yeah, that's the...
Is that the... what series is that? Type on it. It should say on the back. It'll say type. Is that a B or A?
Yeah, FAB.
B, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then...
You better hold on to that. Those are going to be collector's items, man, because
they're very rare.
Hard to come from. Yeah. So, how long did you use that one for, or those?
Well, I've used it a few times, but I haven't used it as much as I've wanted to. I've been using my Memorex a lot recently, because I've been really getting some really awesome stuff with it. Like I uploaded a video recently, about 2 hours ago, me testing out with the Black Beauty, and I've been getting some really cool stuff with it. But I really want to do a lot more sessions using the radio, because obviously I use apps majority all the time, and it's good to have a wider,
Yeah, mix it up a little bit using the radios and the apps.
mix it up a little bit. But I use this one mainly, which is the Memorex 2 Extreme, which is a very, very, very good radio. I've used it at Hillview Manor. I've used it at
cemeteries. We've used
cemeteries, the
here
hotel,
at home, even. Yeah.
even here at home, and the stuff that comes from it is just really, really awesome. There is one I wish I really can get. That's the Hack Shack. They are awesome. The Hack Shack 12.
Oh, which one? I had the 587. I had the big radio. I had the.
I'm sure it's a little black one with the two circular dials in the middle. I'm not too sure, but they are awesome. They sound awesome. I think they're the Hack Shacks are more clearer than the Memorexes. But yeah.
And the great thing about radios, I just wanted to add, the great thing about radios is they're there's no way you can debunk the radios. You can't control what comes through a radio. So, we get a lot of grief about using apps all the time because people think, oh, you're controlling that somehow. This is not real. You can't debunk spirit coming through a radio, and that's why I like them so much.
They're brilliant.
What was I gonna say? Do you feature like a set speed, like for the radio? Do you feel that a faster tempo through the stations is more legit than this slower, or is it, because here's the thing, is that when I use radios through my, through ITC device like the Portal or Banshee, whatever case may be, it feels that when I slow it down, I tend to get just a little bit more responses, like it picks up, but they're direct responses. It isn't anything like 102.5, or anything crazy like that. Like it's actually like the location. Do you feel that the faster it is, the more legit the response, or do you feel that since even though you're still like going through the stations, that even though with the direct response, it is what it is?
To be honest with you, I've just turned it on, plugged it in, wham.
Yeah, I don't think he really has control over the sweep rate on the
rate. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking that. I was like, do I correct him or don't I? Sweep rate. So I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. I think it's super cool if you get a really good response at a higher sweep rate, because the thing of it is, the Spirit's utilizing the audio that we're providing. If you're going through that audio so fast that, too fast, then obviously it's going to be hard for them to manipulate it to get their message across. If you do run it way too slow, though, then you do wind up with, like you said, actual radio talk coming through, and it's harder that way as well for them to do anything because it's not moving quick enough.
Right.
I'm not sure what the logistics are behind that, the science behind it, but you got to find that midway point where you're giving them enough audio source to manipulate. That's my theory anyway.
Because I've had like spirit boxes to where you could put how fast the sweep rate is, and then it'll just be speeding through the channels, and like you were saying, I don't feel like I was giving the spirit proper audio, I guess, way to put it.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
So how long have you had this box for?
The new box?
Yeah.
Oh, so Black Beauty Portal. So this box was gifted to Sean by Stephen Huff. He's had it for about 2.5 months now.
Yeah. Shout out to my good friend Steve Huff.
Paranormal.
Paranormal. So.
Yeah, he actually was planning on, because Steve does do giveaways once a year, I believe it is, or once per. I don't even know if it's once per year. I think it's like once per each time he creates a new build, something to that effect. But he does do a giveaway, and he had already planned on giving Sean a build, but that process got sped up due to the fact that Sean's old equipment was destroyed by someone over in the UK.
Yeah.
It was a jealousy thing. We won't get too much into that because it's kind of personal. But I mean, he had a portal that was built by Anthony Mark, and it was pretty much the same thing as Steve Huff's original portal build with the noise reduction and the reverb pedal. Yeah. Yep. And it was a fantastic portal. It was a gift from his kids. You know,
it worked amazing.
Great build.
I had a spirit box, a Hack Shack stolen from me a long time ago. I was at an investigation a couple years back, and they ended up robbing my car. Like, they busted the windows and they robbed the car because we were down in this canyon that was supposed to be like extremely haunted. And to this day, I wonder whoever took that radio, if they had like anything happen, or if they had like any type of communication, or always
whoever stole it, I kind of hope karma got the best of them at that point.
Yeah.
So this build is called the Black Beauty. She is gorgeous, and it's got a dual reverb on it. It's got noise reduction, it's got pitch, and it's got reverse.
Okay. And this is one of Steve's newest boxes.
Yes,
one of the latest ones. Okay.
So
now, before we get into going into the ITC communication, we still I would like to know what's your scariest experience as far as like investigating like any paranormal locations. What would be like the scariest thing that happened to you on an investigation?
Would you say Hillview Manor, or would you say the Prosper House?
I would say Prosper House. Okay, so this place, it no longer exists. Actually, they tore it down, and I'm sad about it. I'd like to go back over there, just to where the building used to be, and do another session to see if there's anything lingering there. But it started out as the Prosper Schoolhouse. It was a teeny tiny little schoolhouse, and after it was a schoolhouse, it got converted into a bar.
What's the location of this? What's the state and city? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, it's in Prosper, Minnesota.
Prosper, Minnesota. Okay.
Teeny tiny little town. It's a one road town, literally. So, so they converted it from a schoolhouse to a bar and grill. And there was once they converted it, there was 2 levels. There was an upper bar and a lower bar. They had a lot of bands there, things like that. And then one of the bar owners passed away inside that bar. And after that happened, they closed it down. Somebody turned it into their house, actually. And I think it had 2 or 3 tenants living in there. And then the last tenant moved out and went to a nursing home, and right after he left there, he passed away. And then the tenant prior to him passed away inside the house as well. So there was a couple of three different passings related to that place. And so we were eager to go over there. The problem was we couldn't get in contact with anybody to get inside. So I told Sean, I was like, you know what, why don't we just go over there, pull up outside of the building, and just sit in the car and run a session. So we go over, and we got out of the car just to kind of look around, and we realized that all the doors were just wide open on this thing, and we're like, disclaimer, don't ever trespass. If you get caught, it's against the law, you can go to jail. So we decided to just go ahead and go in and run some sessions in there. And as we're in there, we're kind of looking around,
Been
And
there twice during the day and during
yeah,
the night.
once during the day and once during the night we did sessions in there. But we're looking around and we decided, go ahead and do our day session in the upper area. We couldn't figure out a way to get to the lower area because the building was dilapidated pretty bad. There was just junk everywhere. And so we're just like, all right, so we'll just keep it up to the upper level. And when we decided to go back and do a night session, however,
That was weird.
I moved a door that was leaning, it looked like it was leaning against the wall. When I moved the door, it was actually leaning against an opening to the lower area.
Stairs. Yeah.
It wasn't even stairs, it was just like a little, almost like a wheelchair ramp type thing. It was a ramp that went down to the lower level. And so I'm like, oh wow, we can get in here now. And so we go down there and we start running SLS, and I believe we were using the hacked radio, the Memorex. And Sean's walking back behind the old bar, and just bang out of nowhere, just loud banging noise. And I was like,
No one was nowhere.
what
No one
was
was outside.
that?
No one was outside because we did a circular sweep outside
Right.
to take some photos. There was no one in the building because it was
We even tried to debunk it as maybe being an animal, but we couldn't find anything.
It would have jumped out at us if it was, but it was
Yeah.
freaky. We were hearing weird, very strange noises. We would. There was when we were standing in the front, like you'd say the front room area where obviously the bar was. We were looking through one of the doors and we've seen like what we'd see as a full apparition. Walk past, and there was no light in the room except from one light that was outside.
So you saw like this apparition just walk by?
Just walk by, and it was clear as day. Even though it was,
How tall was it? What did it look like?
I would say it would probably, it was a little bit taller than me.
Oh, you both saw this.
Yeah. So I stand about 5'9". I would say it was probably between 5'11", 6 foot.
and then when we turned the portal on, was it? No, it wasn't. It was the radio. It gave us a not so nice response, basically.
Something we can't say on air.
saying we
No,
can't say.
you can say it. Don't worry. This is or bleep whatever you want to say.
So basically, it called us. Do you know what I mean when I say "see you next Tuesday"?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Same
like
page.
it.
All right.
So,
It called us that. It was saying a load of.
Was it a female?
Telling us
Like a
to leave.
male,
Kim would like to know: was it a female or a male spirit?
Oh, it looked.
It was definitely. I feel it was a male.
It was a male, tall male spirit.
It was strange though, because what we got during the day, I felt what we got during the day when we went there, the vibe was more.
Upbeat, nice, pleasant.
Even
And then-
told us what. I was standing at the bar, and I've gone to the bar and I've gone tap tap to the bar. What drink do you like? What did you like drinking in your when you was alive? And all you come out the pool was whiskey.
Mhm.
And Nicole's gone, oh, I like a beer. And then what was it? Came out. It said, repeated what you said afterwards.
I think
didn't
it did repeat beer.
But
Yeah.
the vibe we got during the day, I feel, was much more.
And that was through app. We
Yeah.
were running an app when we did that.
Funny
I can't
enough,
remember which one.
necrophonic app.
Was it necrophonic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the necrophonic app, but then when we went there during the night, there was a different vibe.
Shout out to Keith Weldon. I think I saw him on here.
We love all his apps, by the way. I think he knows that by now. So aside from that, a personal, is it okay if I tell you about a personal experience?
yeah. This is open.
Okay, so the most terrifying experience for me personally was when I was living in Ohio. I had an apartment there. At the time, I was dating a guy named Dave, and I had just gone to bed. I was just beat. I was driving a taxi cab out there in the Cincinnati area, 12-hour shifts. And so, I'd come home, get a little sleep, get up, get the kids ready for school, take them to school, and then come back home, get a little more sleep before I'm back out in the cab again. But so this particular night, I came home, I laid down, I fell straight to sleep. During the time I was sleeping, I had 3 consecutive nightmares, all of the same woman. And in the first nightmare, she was running from 2 men and screaming, "Help me, help me, help me." And it's like I'm present and I'm standing there in the room watching it happen, but I can't do anything. Like I'm just stuck where I am. I can't speak, I can't help. There's nothing I can do. So the second dream comes, and she's actually, in this dream, she's being beaten and sexually abused. And it jumps from that nightmare to another nightmare of her falling to her death. And so finally I'm able to force myself awake, because each time I have these nightmares, I'm trying to force myself awake, but something's pulling me back in to sleep. And when I'm finally able to wake myself from these nightmares, I'm like, I'm crying, I'm breathing really hard, just freaking out. And so when I open my eyes, I look, and there's this black shadow, and it's just going really quickly across the side of the bed. And it freaked me out, and I thought maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me. So I turned over, and as soon as I turned over, the guy I was dating was laying there staring at me just as wide as his eyes could get, and says to me, "Did you see that?" And I pretended like I saw nothing. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "There was a black mass shadow hovering over you for the last 15 minutes, and it just went off to the side of the bed." And I'm like,
That's
oh boy.
crazy.
After that happened, I had a paranormal team come in and investigate my apartment. They did not, they could not verify who or what that was that caused those nightmares, but there was one young man who had just joined the team, and this is the craziest part of it. He tells me that in my children's room, he sees that there's a man, but he can't see his face. Like he has no face. Mm-hmm. And it dawned on me 3 weeks prior to them investigating, my son woke up from what I thought was a night terror, telling me that there was a man by his bed and the man had no face.
Oh, wow.
So that's the creepiest, most scariest thing that I've actually personally.
Did they end up like doing anything to get rid of this negative entity, or?
So I did have someone come in and burn sage, and he was an ordained minister. He came in and burned some sage. He did some prayers, and he also used a little bit of holy water and tried to bless the apartment. After that happened, we had one more experience. It was a man wearing coveralls, and it was a full body apparition. He was standing in the hallway, and when Dave looked over his shoulder, he thought it was my uncle standing there. And when he went to look over his shoulder and look at my uncle, it was this apparition of a man in coveralls. But as it got further to the floor, it was he had no feet. So like you could see his upper torso area, but just not as you got further down, it went to invisible. So that was the last episode before I moved out of there.
It makes you feel really nice.
Wow. And then, but since you moved out, like everything's been like okay, everything's been good.
So far, I mean, I've had a couple of occurrences too where I was by myself. Once in this apartment, twice in my old apartment, where it was just dead silent. I was the only one there, and it was what sounded like somebody coming up right next to me and whispering my name in my ear, just like Nicole, really fast. And that's happened on 3 occasions. As far as the rest of it's concerned, most of what we get is through spirit box.
Or radio.
Or radios, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the ITC is definitely prior to ICTC, did you guys do any like audio, like via recorder or anything like that?
He'll email it.
Well, he's talking about before before we started ITC. I didn't
No.
personally do any type of investigating.
I've never used. Not really.
No, it wasn't until I started doing ITC that I started using EVP recorders and things.
Same here, really. This, I've got an EVP. I did get an EVP recorder. Again, hadn't used it as much as I'd like to have used it, which again I'm going to start using again soon. But I'd say I'm very new to when it comes to EVP. But we have caught
A couple.
a couple of EVPs for sure.
Kim asked a question. What we got, Kim?
So I wanted to know, first of all, hi guys.
Hi.
Hi. So have you ever heard like a audible and then like say a split second later it comes through the box?
I don't think we can.
Well, here's what happens. I know what she's trying to say is that like I've had videos to where like when we're on an investigation, and then we'll capture this EVP on the video, and then it'll come through the spirit box.
I don't think we've had anything like that, but we did have during our time at Hillview Manor. Our friend Brett Kuhn was actually there with us as well. Chad and Melissa Billett were there, and we were all investigating together.
Shout out to Chad and Melissa.
And
You got a chance to investigate Bonnie Springs with them. That's right.
Yeah,
Nice.
we were using.
yeah, so at the time we were using his hacked radio and a speaker, and I was recording, and Brett was recording, and it was interesting. We both captured the same EVP. I want to say it was the same, but it wasn't because it was similar. So on my footage, I caught what sounded like
It didn't
a
come
spirit
through this.
responding to a question he was asking. It didn't come from the radio. It was a thin air EVP saying, "It's a secret,"
In a child's voice.
in a childlike voice. Sean's question was, "How many spirits are here with us in a number? Can you tell me?" And this clear, audible, "It's a secret" comes through. And then when Brett was reviewing his, it came through as, "That's a secret." So it was basically the same EVP at the same exact time,
Right.
but instead of the first word was changed on each one. So that was kind of strange to me. I've never experienced anything like that before. It was quite frankly really weird. But yeah,
It's
I've never gotten an EVP and then the same words come out of the box.
It was like
Unfortunately, that would be kind of cool.
for me. It was like as if, like when I see the recording, it was like as if the child spirit was whispering it in to the camera, especially when you were recording.
And me and Brett were on two different sides of the room, so
And there was no children there whatsoever because we were locked in for how many hours?
oh gosh, I think we were in there
12,
for like six
6
hour
hours.
lockdown. Yeah.
We were locked in there, and I specifically remember there was no children there whatsoever. But it was clear as day, and that was my first, and still to this day, my only EVP I've called so far.
Have you had any spirits like mess with you while you're doing like a spirit box session, say like tug on your shirt or like tap you or give you like a cold breeze, like you know that it's like that spirit is I mean, besides the visual as far as a shadow figure, I mean like the essence of any type of common things that would happen to let you know that there's a spirit in front of your box right now?
So, have you ever had a mild electric shock?
Mm-hmm.
You know that sensation, that kind of like vibrating sensation, and that mild electrical shock? I actually get that through my entire body, which it's like an all like head to toe cold chill. That's the best way I can explain it. And every hair on my body stands up.
Yeah,
I know something's present.
I was gonna say I feel like I drink like 3 Red Bulls at once. That's how I describe it. So
I've seen Sean get chills, hair
Oh, yeah.
standing on end.
Definitely. I've never had anything, physically touch me,
You know, like I've felt breezes, like when we was at Hillview Manor, we felt that breeze in the room, and then shortly after, or when we was in the canteen area, we went bang bang.
Yeah.
You know, but I've never physically been touched or anything like that.
Did you do you protect yourself? Like, do you protect yourself before? That's probably why.
Definitely.
That's probably why. Because if you protect yourself, then the less of a chance of something trying to affect you. So.
We always call upon our higher power. We ask for the archangels, white light, spirit guides. You know, we throw everything we can at it because I don't intend on welcoming anything evil or nasty into my world.
What do you do in case something negative comes through the box? I'm sure that has occurred, right?
It has. Sean all the time. So before Sean and I started doing sessions together, I had one situation where something was saying some pretty nasty things, and what I did was I just stopped. I closed the session out, I turned the box off, I took away its power. And basically what the spirits start to realize is that, and especially the negative ones, is that you're ignoring them, you're not going to give them the voice that they're looking for. And if you don't give them that voice, you don't give them the power over you. Sean, on the other hand, likes to caption and repeat every single thing he hears. We've had a few situations where something came through and said demon, devil, evil.
Same today in the new uploader. I uploaded.
Yeah.
If you ain't watched it, when you get a chance, when you get a chance, Chris, you will hear Yura.
CUNT. Yeah. So he just gives it a voice, and I'm like, Sean, the thing is that you keep giving it a voice. Eventually, something else is going to happen. Bad things are going to start happening, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse to the point where we have no control. And I'm not having that. But he don't listen. You know, married couples, sheesh.
Well, let's go ahead. If you want to go ahead and. Well, before we start the session, I just want to say anyone that has any questions in the chat room right now, we are live right now, facebook.com, paranormal on air. If any of you guys in the chat room have any any questions for the box, or if you hear a response, go ahead and put it in quotations so that way we know that's the what the response you heard from the box. And let's give it a go, Sean.
Okay.
Before we start, as always, we only welcome kind, loving, peaceful spirits. No negative spirits or entities are allowed to join us during our sessions. We ask upon our higher power and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to come forward with your white light of protection. We ask for the archangels, specifically Archangel Michael, who is known for diminishing any evil, nasty spirits that might try to come and I always mess up on this part, sorry. Mess with our space. They're not allowed. This is our bubble. We're in our white light bubble, so nobody is allowed in except for kind, loving spirits.
Keep people safe who are watching and who are on air with us now.
Correct. Thank you.
Alright, so I'll get this turned on. So today, again, we're using
The necrophonic.
the
Necrophonic app is made by Keith Weldon of Chill Seekers.
Yeah. Big thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith Weldon.
Right, so start this. Turn it up a little. Oh, I ain't even got it turned on yet. There we go. Hello, spirits.
And how many spirits do we have around us?
I'll just turn this up a little bit.
Sound like 10?
I thought I heard 10. Kim, you got a question?
No, was that 10 spirit around us or them?
Well, I don't know. I know there's 10 spirits.
Are there 10 spirits here in this room, or 10 spirits in general with the people that we're talking with right now?
thought I heard there is.
10 something.
I heard 10 something too.
10 in all, maybe?
Could you tell us your names?
Dave?
And before Dave, I thought I heard Michael, but I'll have to
That's
recheck.
That's what I thought. I don't know if it was faintly though, but it sounded
Sorry, my cat broke into our room here.
Can you see the people watching on the live now? If you can see the people on the live, can you say hi to them?
Hi. That was cute.
I thought it said hello.
I think it just said Rocky, like in a really creepy voice.
Yeah, they got posters of me in the spirit world from my understanding.
Do you have any messages for us today?
That's my question. Ask them what they're doing for Halloween.
You do that.
So what do the spirits have planned for Halloween this year? I thought I heard hiding.
I thought I heard hiding too. I heard hiding. I was like,
I thought I heard want candy or something.
You're going to be coming out and scaring somebody?
Something about the portal.
who invented that portal? I thought it said. I thought it said. I thought I heard enough.
It said it real quick, huff, and then a female voice, real like whispery.
That's cool.
That's what I heard right there.
Geneva says she heard portal at the beginning. Do you like it when we do these sort of sessions and using this sort of device and repeat what I said? Yes. Wicked, thank you. We sure like doing these sort of sessions with you guys too.
Can you say hi to Kim for me? There went my name, Nicole. Can you say Kim, please?
Are there any messages for Kim?
Could you repeat that, Rocky?
Are there any messages for Kim?
Are there any messages for Kim?
Yes.
What's the message? It said die.
That's funny.
Hurt Kim.
They sort of become-
Come and tell us what messages you have for Kim.
There was a whisper that said go. I don't know.
Go where?
Where do you want her to go? Light. Yeah. Are you wanting?
Say Kim?
Are you wanting Kim to bring you light? That was like they're getting frustrated.
It's like trying to talk to someone in another language almost.
Any messages for Rocky?
Any messages for Rocky?
Do you have messages for Rocky? What are your messages?
What was that?
That was weird.
There's a
Hear you?
scared, hear you.
Awful.
Scared of you, something heaven.
Why are you scared? There's no need to be scared.
Who is who? Are you talking about Kim?
It's getting colder around me. Who's next to me?
Ozzy, no. Sorry, guys. Ozzy, no.
What was your question again?
Who's around me?
Who's around Chris right now?
The fur babies never like to cooperate with us during these.
Come and tell us your name if there's anyone around Chris right now.
So right now I'm just getting like the polar opposite sensation. Like I want to shed clothes. I'm like getting super hot, which is weird.
Just
If anyone has any questions for the box, go ahead and shoot them on the live stream right now, and we'll
Sorry.
what was that? Let me out.
Let me out the door.
That was strange. Because you were just near the door.
You want
Are my spirit guides here with us tonight? Billy and Sarah. If Billy and Sarah are here, come and say hi.
here? I just heard.
Could have been me, but I thought I heard we are ringing now.
So we got a viewer question.
What's the viewer question?
Geneva would like to know if our animals are able to see you. Yeah, instantly.
That's wicked.
I think it repeated wicked after you.
That's what I thought.
Hey, ask them if any spirits have followed me from any investigation.
Have any spirits followed Rocky home? Did it say yes as I was asking? Let me try it again. Have any spirits followed Rocky home from his investigations?
I thought it said death twice.
Haunted? It was like separated. Haunted.
Course.
What are your names? What are the names of the spirits that have followed him? Talk. Yes, you can talk. Was that Ed?
It sounded like it.
It said Edward right now. I thought it said Ed and then it said Edward.
He's pretty common amongst most ITCers. Everybody said Ozzy, come.
It is Ed.
From where? Or where did it follow me from?
Ed, where did you come from? Your room? We're in our room.
So Geneva Fox says she hears a child.
Ed. Oh, that was so clear. Hi. Ed, do you have a message for Rocky? Nicole, again. They like to whisper my name. It's so weird. Yes, we have the dog. Can you answer my question though, Ed? Do you have a message for Rocky?
Did I just hear? Oh wow!
Geneva is asking, is Ed the child, or is he stopping other spirits from speaking?
I was going to say we're down to 5 minutes left, so we're going to have to.
All right, spirits. We're going to have to turn this off now. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, spirits.
We're going to ask that you go back to where you came from. All right.
Brilliant.
That was great. You know what's getting interesting? I'm like, oh my god, so much time. It's horrible.
Right towards the last few minutes there, it seemed like there was just like an overwhelming volume of stuff being pushed through. But there was a particular moment, and it's going to be interesting to watch back on this, that there was a woman's voice coming through, the same voice, in two different complete sentences. So I can't wait. I didn't catch what she was saying, but it'll be interesting to go back and listen to it.
No, definitely. I heard a lot of stuff coming through, and I always feel like every time I do like a spirit box session, they always have to like warm up to you. You know, it's not like I haven't been to a location where it's been like an immediate responses. It's always like I gotta like warm up before I start getting to feel comfortable, and they start feeling comfortable with me, and then responses start coming in. But that's a great box. That is definitely a great portal, man. Definitely. You said that you went out. You got some. You've been doing investigating. Where can they find you at? Well, what are your social media plugs so people can go and look at your stuff?
So right now we have our group, the ITC Research Society. We also admin in Paranormal Shockwave UK, and Sean is admin in JJ Paranormal as well. We also have a page that we share with Paranormal Shockwave UK that's called Paranormal Shakeup. You can find Sean on YouTube. Just enter the name Sean Coombe, or you can find me on YouTube, which is now, I actually recently changed it because we got married. It is now Coombe Paranormal Reaching Beyond on YouTube.
I always thought it was Combs.
Everybody pronounces it wrong.
I'm sorry. I always thought it was Combs. I don't know what. So it's Coombe.
Yep.
Coombe.
Elongate the O's there. Coombe.
Where do you guys live? Are you in the UK?
I was in the UK, but I'm now in Minnesota.
Oh, listen.
How's that change? How is the change from the UK living over here in the US?
Well, in the UK, there's a lot of rain.
Here, there's just a lot of cold.
Yeah, a lot of cold. You know, the summer times are a lot more hot. That's for sure. Yeah, but yeah, there's rain, and more rain, more rain in the UK. But I'll never forget where I'm from. You know, that's the main thing.
I'll never forget his first reaction to when I asked him if he wanted biscuits and gravy. Don't ever ask a person from the UK if they want biscuits and gravy. They're going to give you that dirty look like, why would you put gravy? Because their biscuits are cookies, by the way.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show, and we appreciate having you, and
Thank you.
in the future we could have you on again.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for running the box for us.
Absolutely, Kim. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Thank you very much.
All right. Oh, you're like slightly.
Yeah, that's a delay.
Yeah, there is a delay. I actually got in. So right now,
Got to shout out to our sponsors.
got to shout out the sponsors. Listen, they're the ones that pay me. They're the ones that help me out here. Okay, shout out to all Las Vegas oddities. Go check them out. 20% off if you mention the name Rocky. Shadow Mafia Paranormal. If you go on paranormalonair.com, Shadow Mafia link, and then you could click on the link. They got a lot of amazing stuff that they've captured over on their YouTube page, and also our newest sponsor, Paranologies.com. Type in the code word on air while checking out, and they will give you a nice discount. So that wraps up the show for this week. Next week, I am trying.
This is gonna be great.
Man, I got a friend.
Don't let the cat out. No, just
I got a friend that works at a museum, and I'm hoping, to get him on this show over here to see if they'll tell us some of the stories that's happened. And I don't know. It's still in the works. We'll wait and see. If not, then we'll have something else for you guys planned out on World Ghost Radio. Tomorrow's Halloween.
it's freezing here.
It is cold. It is cold in Vegas. Like, I practically died twice over this last week. But I told you I survived over to Halloween. I told you I survived. All right. So anyone that joined us today, I want to say I appreciate you guys coming on, chatting with us. It's always good to have your questions. Always good to have your input. You guys are awesome. And of course, we'll be here at the same time next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like, that's like a full of words right there. Oh, you got anything, Kim, before we get out of here?
No, I know you've been feeling good. I'm just, are you feeling better? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah. So I guess tune in next week. Be there if you dare.
All right.
Take
Good
care,
night.
everyone.